Recently, I've been part of a community, and this community has led me to think outside of the box and has also sparked thoughts that have seemed interesting to discuss. So I thought I would discuss it with you. Without naming the community I frequent in, I thought I would refer to them subtly because I don't want to offend anyone. These days, it really feels as though the information is easily accessible by anyone. However, that doesn't mean that these people hold actual intelligence. You see, the way that we look into intelligence is very variable. People approach intelligence in multiple different ways. However, there is a large gap between the actual true intelligence and knowledge. Both coincide, however, they are not identical. They work hand in hand, but they are not the same. As I mentioned previously, knowledge is heavily accessible. These days, even the slowest of people can find any resource that they want using ChatGPT as a reference, a search engine if you will. Knowledge is also potentially a memory-based skill. Intelligence itself, however, is a skill that has needed to be developed over time. Recalling and repeating information doesn't necessarily mean that you are an intelligent person. This is a mistake that a lot of people these days in the debate bro communities make. They assume that someone isn't intelligent just because they lack knowledge of a topic. I personally feel that that assumption flies right under the radar. Now, as my viewers, you'll know that I have had a history of pro-life content, especially when I was talking about a lot of injustices in relation to abortion and divorce rights in men. In these Discord groups, because I am a non-aggressive person who errs on the side of being cautious and kind, these people wrongly assumed that I don't hold any specific values. When I began discussing these values in voice chat, they assumed that I couldn't possibly hold those opinions and must have developed them because I was friends with a boy. The dumb hairdresser must have been coerced. When I spoke my views in text, they wrongfully accused me of letting someone I had not met at the time on my account. The fact that words such as overzealous were frequently used in my written debates were put on trial. They didn't believe that a simple female in a debate group such as this one would know such complicated words. Wait till I start using pulchritudinous. I questioned it. Why do they feel this way? No one had ever spoken to me about my views, and yet they had their assumptions even though all of the evidence is easily accessible. One member even said that they don't believe I wrote my comments because, if so, it would mean that I was hiding my power level. The interesting thing is I personally believe that I am an intelligent person, but I am not knowledgeable. I can learn any topic that I put my mind to if I'm interested in it. However, my weakness is that my motivation lacks, which leads me to not collect the knowledge and information that I need to support my level of intelligence. I'm heavily self-aware of this factor. What I've learnt over time is often knowledgeable people are not intelligent. They lack a certain critical thinking skill that gives them the ability to engage with hypotheticals. This is very prevalent online. A lot of people who categorize people in different levels of intelligence tend to follow a habit of streamlined thinking. There is a complete disregard of critical thinking. Their way is the only way, and these groups tend to live in an echo chamber under the guise of debate. They rally each other on, and those who are within the cool club are deemed intelligent under a nepotistic regime. The truth of the matter is that streamlined thought lacks critical thinking. This is their weakness, so remember to be critical of all opinions.